Hello my friends, Dr. Mandell here. We all know that ginger has been used for thousands of years. It's powerful, natural, and one of the best anti-inflammatory herbs on this planet. But here's the truth, most people don't realize ginger alone isn't enough to fully stop chronic inflammation in your body. If you're over 40, 50, or 60 and you're dealing with joint pain, stiffness, bloating, or fatigue, it's not because your body isn't producing enough ginger magic. It's because your cells need something more to activate those anti-inflammatory pathways. So today I'm going to share what you need to combine with ginger to truly unleash its healing power, and it's not what you think. You can eat all the ginger you want, you can drink it in tea, take it in capsules, add it to your meals, even chew it raw if you'd like, but if your body isn't absorbing it the right way, you're not getting anywhere close to the healing power it holds. And that, my friends, is something very few people ever talk about. See, the body is an incredible machine, but it's also very selective. Not everything you put in your mouth makes its way into your bloodstream. Ginger contains a compound called gingerol, and gingerol is where most of the magic happens. This little molecule has anti-inflammatory, antioxidant, and even anti-cancer properties. But the problem is that your body breaks it down too quickly. It gets metabolized in your liver before it even has a chance to reach your tissues, joints, or brain where you actually need it. So you might be taking ginger every single day and still wondering why your inflammation, your joint stiffness, or your digestive issues aren't really improving. It's not that ginger isn't working, it's that your absorption is the missing link. Let me explain this in simple terms. Think of your body like a sponge. When you pour water onto a dry sponge, it can only hold so much before the rest runs off. That's what happens when you take ginger on its own. Your body can only absorb a small fraction before it flushes the rest away. But if you prepare that sponge the right way, if you prime it, suddenly it can soak up much more. That's exactly what we're doing when we combine ginger with the right foods. We're helping your body soak up the benefits instead of letting them go to waste. And here's the truth, ginger works best when it's combined with healthy fats. Fats are nature's delivery system. They act like a vehicle that carries gingerol through your digestive system, across the gut lining, and into your bloodstream. When you add a healthy fat like extra virgin olive oil, coconut oil, or avocado, you transform ginger from a simple spice into a potent healing medicine. Now, I'm not talking about unhealthy fats like fried oils, vegetable oils, or processed margarine. Those actually do the opposite. They increase inflammation and make your cells more resistant to the very nutrients that are trying to heal you. What we want are natural, unprocessed, anti-inflammatory fats, the kinds that come from whole foods. These fats don't just help with absorption, they also nourish your cells and stabilize blood sugar, hormones, and brain function. Let's take olive oil, for example. It's rich in compounds called polyphenols, which have powerful anti-inflammatory properties of their own. When you pair olive oil with ginger, you create a synergistic effect. The healthy fat helps your body absorb more gingerol, and the polyphenols in the olive oil enhance its anti-inflammatory action. Together they become a team, a natural defense system against pain, swelling, and oxidative stress. Here's something you can start doing today. It's simple, it's inexpensive, and it works. Take a small piece of fresh ginger about the size of your thumb, peel it, and grate it into a cup. Add hot water, let it steep for about 5 minutes, and then add 1 teaspoon of extra virgin olive oil. Stir it well and sip it slowly. You might be surprised at how soothing and energizing it feels. That's not just in your head, that's your body actually utilizing the ginger the way it's supposed to. If you prefer food, try this. Drizzle a little olive oil over steamed vegetables and then sprinkle some grated or powdered ginger on top, or mix ginger and olive oil into a homemade salad dressing with a splash of lemon juice. You'll be amazed how delicious it tastes, and more importantly, how much more effective it becomes inside your body. Now let's talk about why this absorption matters so much. Inflammation is not just joint pain, it's not just swelling, it's at the root of almost every chronic disease we face today. Heart disease, diabetes, arthritis, even brain fog and fatigue. And the body can't fight inflammation properly if it's not getting the tools it needs at the cellular level. When ginger's active compounds are absorbed efficiently, they go straight to work on your body's inflammatory pathways. They inhibit enzymes like COX-2 and LOX, which are responsible for producing inflammatory molecules called prostaglandins and leukotriease. These are the same pathways that pharmaceutical painkillers target, but ginger does it gently without damaging your liver, stomach, or kidneys. But again, all this only happens if ginger is properly absorbed. Without that fat carrier, the ginger oil can't penetrate deeply enough into your tissues to make a real difference. It's like trying to water a tree with a hose that's full of holes. Most of the water never reaches the roots. Now let me make something clear. You don't need to drown your ginger tea in oil. Just a small amount, half a teaspoon to a teaspoon is enough. The goal is not to make it greasy, but to give your body the carrier it needs. The same goes if you're taking ginger capsules or powder. Take them with a meal that includes some healthy fat. Maybe you're having eggs with avocado or a salad with olive oil. That's the perfect time to take your ginger. Over the years, I've seen so many people say, Dr. Mandell, I've tried everything for my inflammation, turmeric, ginger supplements, nothing works. And when I ask how they're taking them, most of the time it's on an empty stomach with plain water. Once they start pairing these herbs with healthy fats, it's like flipping a switch in their body. Suddenly they feel more flexible, less achy, more energetic. This is how nature intended it. The body doesn't heal through single ingredients or magic pills. It heals through synergy, through the combination of nutrients that work together. Ginger alone is good, but ginger combined with healthy fats becomes great. So the next time you prepare your ginger tea or you add it to your meals, remember this, it's not just what you take, it's how you take it that makes the difference. The missing link is absorption. Unlock that and you unlock the full power of this ancient healing spice. Your body is always trying to heal you. Every cell, every tissue, every organ is working tirelessly to keep you alive and well. All it needs are the right tools. And when you give it what it needs, when you support it with the right combinations, it will reward you with strength, energy, and longevity. So don't just take ginger, activate it, give it the partner it needs. Because when your body starts absorbing it the way nature designed, that's when you'll truly start to feel the difference from the inside out. Now, my friends, this is where things start to get really exciting, because when we talk about inflammation, we're talking about something that affects every single cell in your body, your joints, your brain, your gut, your heart, even your skin. And when your body is inflamed, it's like a fire burning inside of you. You may not always feel it right away, but over time that fire weakens your tissues, slows your healing, and accelerates aging. Ginger alone is powerful, yes, but if you want to truly extinguish that inner fire, you need to give your body what I call a synergistic boost. And that's where curcumin, the active compound found in turmeric, comes into play. Ginger and turmeric are like two brothers from the same healing family. They work differently, but together they're unstoppable. Let's look at what's really happening inside your body. When inflammation builds up, it starts with something called cytokines. Those are little messenger proteins your immune system sends out whenever it senses damage, stress, or toxins. Now, in small amounts, cytokines are helpful. They help your body heal. But when your diet, stress, or lifestyle keep your cytokine levels constantly elevated, that's when you start developing chronic inflammation. And chronic inflammation is the root cause behind arthritis, heart disease, diabetes, cognitive decline, and even some cancers. Here's the key. Ginger and turmeric target inflammation through different biological pathways. Ginger works mainly by blocking the enzymes TOX2 and LOX. Those are the same enzymes that painkillers like ibuprofen try to block. That's why ginger helps reduce pain and swelling naturally. Turmeric, on the other hand, goes after those cytokines directly. Its main active compound, curcumin, suppresses NF-κB, a major switch that turns inflammation on in your cells. When you combine ginger and turmeric, you're shutting down inflammation from two directions at once, one blocking the enzyme pathways, the other calming the immune messengers. And that's why so many people who start combining these two experience results they never got from either one alone. Now here's something that most people don't know. Curcumin by itself has very low bioavailability. That means even though turmeric is loaded with curcumin, your body can't absorb much of it. You could eat spoonfuls of turmeric powder and still only get a tiny fraction into your bloodstream. But nature gave us a solution, and it's right there in your kitchen cabinet, black pepper. Black pepper contains a compound called piperine, and piperine is like the key that unlocks the door for curcumin. It slows down the breakdown of curcumin in your liver and helps it stay in your bloodstream longer. Studies have shown that when you combine turmeric with just a pinch of black pepper, the absorption of curcumin can increase by up to 2,000%. That's not a typo, 2,000%. And guess what? Piperine doesn't just help curcumin, it also enhances the absorption of ginger's active compounds. So when you mix ginger, turmeric, and black pepper together, you're creating a natural anti-inflammatory powerhouse that can rival even some prescription medications without any of the side effects. Let me share with you how you can make this work for yourself. Start with a simple morning ritual. Take 1 cup of warm water, add half a teaspoon of grated fresh ginger, half a teaspoon of turmeric powder, or a small slice of fresh turmeric root, if you have it, and a tiny pinch, just a pinch of black pepper. Stir it well and sip it slowly on an empty stomach. You can even add a few drops of extra virgin olive oil or coconut oil to help the absorption even more. Now when you start drinking this consistently, not just once in a while, but every day, you'll begin to notice changes. Your joints won't feel as stiff when you wake up. Your digestion will become smoother. Your mind will feel clearer. That's your inflammation levels coming down. That's your body beginning to heal. I've seen people who suffered for years with arthritis, neck pain, or lower back pain finally find relief when they began using this combination daily. The key is consistency and patience. Natural healing doesn't happen overnight, but it does happen. When you feed your body the right compounds regularly, your cells start to repair, your tissues regenerate, and your inflammation gradually subsides. Turmeric and ginger don't just help with pain, they also help your liver detoxify, your gut heal, and your immune system balance itself. Chronic inflammation affects every organ system, and these two herbs work at the cellular level to restore balance. And here's another point I want to make clear. This combination isn't just for people who are sick or in pain. It's for everyone who wants to stay young, strong, and mentally sharp. Inflammation is one of the main drivers of aging. Now, if you prefer taking supplements, look for those that combine standardized ginger extract with curcumin and black pepper, and these are designed for better absorption. But remember, even then, take them with a meal that includes healthy fats, because fat further enhances absorption and keeps these compounds circulating in your body longer. The synergy between ginger and turmeric is one of the most powerful gifts nature has given us. One works through enzymatic control, the other through immune regulation, and together they reset your body's inflammation response. It's like tuning up an engine that's been running rough for years. Suddenly everything starts working more smoothly, your energy, your metabolism, your mood. I've said it before and I'll say it again. Your body is designed to heal, but you have to give it what it needs. You can't rely on synthetic drugs forever. You can't suppress the symptoms and ignore the cause. The real answer lies in supporting your body's natural healing systems. And ginger and turmeric, when combined properly, do exactly that. But when you make this a habit, you'll notice something powerful. Not only does your physical pain decrease, but your mental and emotional well-being improve too. Chronic inflammation affects brain chemistry. It contributes to anxiety, depression, and brain fog. When you calm inflammation, your brain functions better, your mood stabilizes, and your outlook becomes more positive. You feel lighter physically and mentally. So the next time you think about adding ginger to your tea or your food, don't stop there. Give it its partner. Add that turmeric, add that black pepper. You'll be activating nature's most powerful anti-inflammatory trio. You see, healing isn't about doing one big thing once. It's about doing small, smart things every single day, consistently. The body doesn't need complicated formulas. It needs the right support, the right combinations, and the right environment. So start today, brew that tea, mix that spice blend, sprinkle it over your meals, make it a daily ritual, not a one-time fix. Because when you nourish your body with these natural healers, it responds beautifully, powerfully, and naturally. I want you to really understand this next part because it might just be the most important thing you'll ever hear about healing your body naturally. You can have the best foods, the best herbs, and the most powerful natural remedies in the world, but if you don't use them consistently and at the right time, you'll never unlock their full potential. Healing is not about what you do once in a while, it's about what you do every single day. Your body thrives on consistency, your cells need rhythm, and your organs respond to patterns, not randomness. Think of your body like a garden. You don't plant seeds once and expect a full harvest the next day. You water it daily, nurture it, give it sunlight, protect it from weeds. Over time, it grows, it strengthens, and it rewards you. That's exactly how natural healing works. Ginger, turmeric, olive oil, black pepper, all these incredible gifts from nature, they don't give you instant miracles. But when you make them part of your daily lifestyle, the results can be life-changing. Your body has an internal clock known as a circadian rhythm. This rhythm controls how your hormones are released, how your cells repair, how you digest, and even how your body fights inflammation. During the day, your body is focused on energy, movement, and performance. But at night, when you sleep, your body shifts into repair mode. That's when your tissues rebuild, your immune system strengthens, and your inflammation levels start to come down. This is why timing matters. If you take anti-inflammatory foods or drinks like ginger and turmeric at night, just before bed, you're helping your body in the exact moment it's trying to heal itself. You're giving it the tools it needs to rebuild stronger, cleaner, and more resilient cells. When you sleep, your body doesn't need to digest heavy meals or manage stress. It's focused on regeneration. That's when ginger's powerful compounds like gingerol and turmeric's curcumin can do their deepest work. So what does this look like in practice? It means having a simple nightly ritual, one that tells your body it's time to heal. For example, about an hour before bed, prepare a warm drink, fresh grated ginger, a pinch of turmeric, a tiny bit of black pepper, and a few drops of extra virgin olive oil or coconut oil. Stir it, breathe in that soothing aroma, and drink it slowly. As you do, you're not just sipping a tea, you're signaling to your body that it's time to calm inflammation, relax your nervous system, and prepare for restoration. When you do this night after night, your body begins to adapt, your cells learn the pattern, your inflammation markers start to decline, your sleep becomes deeper, and your energy the next morning feels more stable. You'll notice that over time, your stiffness begins to fade, your digestion becomes smoother, and your mood improves. These aren't coincidences. These are the results of consistent time nourishment. I've seen so many people start strong with natural remedies, but give up too quickly. They try something for 3 days, maybe a week, and when they don't feel an immediate miracle, they stop. But your body doesn't work that way. It's taken years, sometimes decades, for inflammation and imbalance to build up, and it takes time and repetition to reverse it. Healing isn't a race, it's a rhythm. Your cells regenerate in cycles. The skin renews about every 28 days. Your gut lining rebuilds itself roughly every week. Your liver and blood cells have their own turnover times too. So when you commit to these habits for a month, 2 months, or 3 months, you're actually influencing your cellular renewal. You're giving your new cells the nutrients and protection they need from day one. That's how you create lasting change. Timing and consistency also apply to how you eat throughout the day. For example, taking your ginger and turmeric drink first thing in the morning on an empty stomach helps cleanse your digestive tract, balance your gut bacteria, and kickstart your metabolism. Doing this every morning sends a signal to your body that healing and anti-inflammation are part of your daily operating system. And when you end your day with the same combination before bed, you're reinforcing that cycle, cleanse in the morning, repair at night. You see, inflammation is not just caused by one thing. It's a combination of stress, poor diet, lack of sleep, toxins, and even negative emotions. But the good news is that your body is incredibly forgiving. It's always ready to heal. You just have to support it consistently. And the more predictable and gentle your routines are, the better your body responds. Now let's talk about mindset, because this is just as important as the timing. Many people approach natural healing as something they try. They think of it like a short-term experiment, but that's not how the body works. The body responds to belief, patience, and repetition. When you decide, this is part of who I am now, everything changes. You stop forcing it and you start flowing with it. And that's when the transformation happens. If you start this tonight, I want you to imagine every sip of that ginger turmeric tea as liquid healing entering your body. Feel it soothing your joints, calming your gut, clearing your mind. Visualize the inflammation shrinking, your cells glowing, your energy restoring. This isn't just imagination, this is intention, and your body responds to it. And I'll tell you something powerful. The people who heal the fastest are not necessarily the ones who take the most supplements or have the most expensive herbs. They're the ones who show up every day. They're the ones who build small, consistent rituals and never give up on them. They're the ones who believe that healing is possible even when progress is slow. So if you've been struggling with chronic pain, arthritis, digestive issues, or fatigue, I want you to focus on two things starting tonight: timing and consistency. Take your healing foods and herbs at the same times every day. Create a morning routine that energizes and a night routine that restores. Do it even on the days you don't feel like it, because every time you do, you're building momentum, and momentum is what leads to transformation. Remember, the body doesn't respond to intensity. It responds to consistency. You don't need to overhaul your entire diet or lifestyle overnight. Just start with one or two small, powerful habits and stick with them. 1 cup of ginger turmeric tea in the evening, 1 tablespoon of olive oil with your meals, a little mindfulness before bed. Over weeks and months, these small habits accumulate, and that's when you start seeing big changes. Before you know it, you'll wake up one morning and realize your pain isn't there. Your joints feel lighter, your digestion feels smoother, your energy lasts longer. That's not luck. That's the result of hundreds of small decisions that built your new, healthier self. So remember, healing doesn't come from what you do once, it comes from what you do always. Feed your body the right foods at the right times with the right intention. Be patient, be consistent. Trust your body's wisdom, because every cell inside you is listening, learning, and responding. All you have to do is keep showing up